Well, my name is Ruben Bonilla. I've been with this company for now about 6 years. My role here is maintenance manager. I do facilitate all 5 sites, and I pretty much do all the ins and outs of the maintenance program per se. Training. I do, of course, implementations. Um, a lot of troubleshooting, finding a lot of solutions for a lot of the problems. You know what I mean? As a kid, I always had an interest with mechanics, right, engineering, because of my grandfather. My grandfather, he worked for the city. He worked for sewer maintenance, okay, and the Department of Water and Power. And I took a job with the Department of Water and Power when I was in high school. But then I decided to join the Navy. I joined the Navy. Was a shipboard firefighter, right? It was in the engineering field, right, or the engineering department in the Navy. And I caught interest with a lot of the other, I guess you could say, jobs that were in the Navy. There was machinists, electricians, the pipe fitters, the welders, and I kind of like fizzled around in all these shops, you know what I mean? So I was really interested with that. The same thing when I was a kid, I would just hang out at the garage and fix stuff with my grandfather, and we would create miracles out of nothing, you know what I mean? So I had a friend of mine. He was a plant manager, right, for a company called Mission Laboratories over in LA. Yeah, it's where it all started. I was there for like maybe a year and a half. I needed something closer to home because I was in Pico Rivera at the time, and then coming to LA is just a lot of traffic. And there was another company in there. It was called Lubricant Specialties. That was, I think, where it really all started. I learned so much at that place. They actually invested in my education, my higher education. I was already going through college, not in the Navy, but I finished through my time with Lubricating Specialties. So they invested a lot into me. So I finished college, got my degrees, signed a contract with them for another 5 years. So in total, I worked like maybe 10 years with that company. And then I decided to venture out a little bit and run my own little company. And then I got hurt. Yeah, so I got hurt, and that was in October of 2006, I think it was, 2006. And I was in a bad accident, Unfortunately, I had about maybe 5-6% of my body with first, second, and third degree burns. So I have skin grafts on my hand, my legs. I got the imprint of Mexico on my ass, and so yeah. So yeah, it was a little trying year, but I had to make choices. At that time, I had to actually think about exactly what was I gonna do? Was I gonna continue with my career, or was I gonna do something else? So I took this position at a salad dressing place in City of Industry, and we hit it off. And yeah, I told them exactly what I wanted to do for them, and if they were at liberty of letting me do that, then I would work for them. And sure enough, they did. So basically, I re-engineered their whole batch processing, the way they package their product, everything. I wanted to control it all. I wanted to improve everything. That company would be nothing if I didn't have a say in it. You know what I mean? And they did. And that was a great accomplishment of mine. The diversity of what a person in my profession can do is limitless. It's limitless. That's what I tell all my guys here. I go, if you guys want to stop here, that's fine. You know what I mean? But if you guys want to grow and venture out, and I don't hold them back. I'll teach them as much as I can. It makes my life a lot easier. You know what I mean? But if they want to take off and run, that's fine too. I'm more than happy. Hey man, come back and say what's up one of these days when you become famous. You know what I mean? A study about, you know, the characteristics of whatever product that you're running for, whatever company that you're running for, and you start appreciating, you know, some of the products. You know what I mean? Building a respect for it, because they do act up. You know what I mean? They act up during certain temperatures of the room, certain temperatures of the day, humidity levels. It takes a huge impact. But you start learning this as you get into more diverse things in the field. So it's a beautiful thing. But if somebody is younger and starting out and wants to be in manufacturing, the best advice that I can give them is get their education, of course, and be diverse. Don't stick to one thing only and bore you to death, and you get out of this company, will eat you alive. You know what I mean? Be very diverse. You know, very dynamic. You know, let people mentor you. You know, listen. You know, listen to what they're saying to you. Really be hands-on and build relationships not only with the machines but the people that are running them. You know what I mean? Because they really understand what the machine does or cannot do. You know what I mean? Because they're on that machine every day for 8 hours a day. They know that machine a lot better than anybody else. You know what I mean? It's not gonna die. If anything's gonna survive, it is always prepackaged foods. Sad to say, but it's true. You know what I mean? Especially in these later years. I mean, the concepts might change, of course, and then of course the diversity of what the food is gonna be. Health-wise, I think it's gonna be a lot better. Now they're doing a lot of different kind of how to preserve the foods, which is pretty cool, without adding any other kind of ingredients to preserve foods is I think the best thing that we can do for ourselves health-wise. Like HPP processing, that's just huge. You know what I mean? That's awesome. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of great things in the future for this industry. It's gonna be a great adventure for whoever wants to lead it for the next 50 years. I am it.